Previously on Trails Through Daybreak, the new client turned out to be Maxim Lugon, who needed help finding his ex-girlfriend so he could make amends. They then went to Durkheim Memorial Park to look for a photo of the ex, with Maxim giving commentary on his love life. The party used the dungeon boss as an opportunity to force Mare to appear and record a Grendel process for future use. Maxim's ex turned out to be Paulette, and although he tried to talk to her, she pretended not to know him. That night, Asha invited the party to go to Longport for a vacation on behalf of all the factions they helped. Was chatting with the staff over at one of the dealerships. Apparently Leno's trying to fill a Z1 entry. Who the fuck? They haven't been competitive for years. I'm not a big Leno guy myself, but more mix is never a bad thing, especially with factory support. As a car buff, I can't wait to see what they've got. So I've been hearing less and less about Grimcat lately. Wonder what's up with her. Not that I'm complaining, honestly. I think it'd be best for everybody if she just up and got gone. Her being this gentlewoman thief and all makes it awkward trying to arrest her because it's still a crime, just a celebrated one. We can't just look the other way when she robs some fat cat, despite the morality of it all. We've been getting a lot of reports about scams and shady deals. There's always a chance the mafia is behind those in the bigger picture. Folks gotta be careful who they trust nowadays. We need to get the word out that we can help. Showing up a crime ring spending is a good way to stir them out. Just so you know, though, if I have to arrest the spriggan poking his nose into those deals himself, I will. Are we clear, Mr. Arkride? We request that everyone report anything suspicious they see in town. Fraudsters, swindlers, anything shady under the sun. You rub shoulders with those types, don't you, Spriggan? If you know anything, make sure to loop us in. We officers have resources that you don't. If you want something done right, you come to us. Lately, we've been getting a lot of reports from teachers and parents of older children. They're telling us about these shady part-time jobs going around. It's a real problem. Good kids can get dragged into awful bad stuff without even knowing it. Monsters, all of them. We need to round them all up and get them off the streets. No, I just can't do it. Try as I might, the tower's mystery still leave me stumped. Goodness, it's been 3 years and 67 days now, by my count, since I last had a severe case of artist block. What's gotten into me? A blank canvas. I've sunk far too great a cost to turn back now. I will conquer the tower with my trusty brush. Goddess is my witness. If I could just catch the faintest glimpse, the slightest touch of the tower's true colors. Perhaps I'm looking at it wrong. Maybe I'll know what the tower truly is if I know what it truly isn't. It's reversed, so to speak. If I can change my perception of the tower like that, then I may very well have a breakthrough on my hands. If the word had got out that we got fished on some explicit website, heavens, our reputation would have been sunk. I can't thank you enough. Trust is paramount for our firm. It's not something you can simply buy. So I'm swearing off those spaces. Now I just need to find some other ways to unwind after a long day's work. I've heard that other countries look to Calvard for the newest fashion trends. Our diversity brings a lot of unique flair to the scene. That's part of what makes designing clothes so interesting, not just for EGC, but for store brands too. You've got traditional stuff from Eurasian, Central, and Far East trends, and then there's Edith, which is like this big melting pot. That's my job, bridging all those unique cultures and bringing them together to make something new. They say how you dress is an extension of your personality, and I'm inclined to agree. But all the same, Calvard's fashionable fashion trends sort of stifle people, bind them to whatever's hot at the time. That's why I aim to create clothing that helps bring out people's true natures, regardless of what's hip or trendy. What the hell, man? How'd Sasha walk over us like that? And then they just toss out the shit with Ronald like it's nothing. Tish never would have thought he'd throw in with the mafia. The hell did come to this? Shit really got out of hand. Ren and Sasha are getting full of themselves. Pisses me off. But then Ronald went and took things too far. How did we even get here? Man, James got straight embarrassed there. I could hardly believe my eyes. But he wasn't pissed about it. He looked relieved, actually, like a weight came off his shoulders. Guess he needed that. Actually, Sasha was looking like she still had an itch afterwards, so maybe float her a challenge. I was able to squeeze out a win, but man, she was tough as ever. Heard Kirk try to take her on too. He held his own, but he couldn't beat her either. Probably looked past her because she's a girl, that dumb shit. He's been real full of himself lately. So, you know, it's good that he got knocked off his high horse like that. Better now than later. Now he's pulling all-nighters practicing. He's really taking that beating to heart. I'll keep an eye on him and see how that goes. No, I did not choke. I just let down my guard for a little. Humph. This girl does have some hoops, I'll admit. She had to have been good for Simon to take notice. Next time we face off, it won't go so smoothly for her. You'll see. What? Oh, is that? Well, look what we have here. An inspector and a bracer shooting the shit over drinks. Man, if you and you two can be friends, the capital's in good hands. I wouldn't exactly call us friends. The guild's not the CID, but they're far from our allies. At best, we're rivals. But given how much our work overlaps, we often see each other out in the field. We respect each other as fellow public servants. So rivals we may be, but we can still share a drink or two, eh? You care to join us? No, I'm good. Gonna stretch my legs a bit more. Yeah, fair enough. Drinking with old dogs like us isn't the most attractive offer, I guess. But you know, I'm sure Elaine wouldn't mind having a drinking buddy after work. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. That reminds me, I heard you pitched in during that mess in Basel. Yeah, I heard from Elvis. Sounds like you made yourself pretty busy over there. Wasn't what I was there for, but yeah, I helped out where I could. How about next time you let us know where you're headed beforehand? That way we can clean up these messes you inevitably get into. Yes, because I'm totally the one causing them all. Right. But in case you'd like to know, most of next week will be Arkride free here in Edith. Me and the gang are taking a little vacation. Hey, not a bad idea. I bet you could use a break. Where are you headed? Figured it'd be nice to get away from the hustle and bustle for a while, so we're headed out to Longlai for a little hot spring trip. Longlai, huh? My wife and I went there for our honeymoon. Beautiful place. I'd love to take my daughter there someday, if I could ever get time off. Work to the bone, huh? Yep, and whose fault is that, do you think? Huh, well, you picked a good time to go there. The autumn leaves are just setting in Longlai. Since you'll be down that way, say hi to everybody for me, will ya? Oh yeah, you're from around there, aren't you? Wait, okay, could you not go guessing at my background? Huh, sorry, just your fighting form was enough of a tell. And hey, a personal favor if you don't mind. I'd appreciate if you burned some incense for my old master while you're there. Sure. Just shred me like a book. Taking a trip, huh? Man, I'd love to take one with the girls myself. Oh, back in the land of the living, are you? Last we saw, you'd plastered yourself to sleep. I figured I'd just drop you off at the precinct, but I, couldn't stop laughing at your face, man. Huh, you two in cahoots, perhaps? No comment. Don't go lumping a cigar. Ouch, why you gotta give me the cold shoulder, man? A little trip really does sound nice. Okay, so go take one, you know, yourself. Well, no, what's the point taking a trip alone? It's the perfect chance to kindle the flames of romance, you know, right? How should I know? And you're really gonna push your luck and burr up with some trip? She didn't just magically forget what happened. Look, we're moving on from that, okay? See, when we met up last time, she said I could come by again sometime if I wanted to. And the kid, she said, you're such a weirdo, mister. Hey, can you stop by again? I want to talk to you some more. Yeah, of course, she was nice to you. She's a freaking waitress. Yume's reaction said it all. You are a weirdo. I know I took on your request, but man, get your head out of your ass. Basic courtesy ain't affection. I know that. I'm just trying to make amends. I mean, sure, I'd love it if they could let me back into their lives, but I just gotta take that first step myself. I want to make up for all the time we should have spent together. That's my new goal in life, putting a smile on their faces. Swell. I guess that was the wake-up call he needed. Guys learned he can't just treat life like it's one big game. Sounds like you two have had your share of run-ins before. Oh, didn't he bring his car here? I saw it parked outside. So of course he did. I'll lug him over to the precinct. He can sleep off there. Someday I want to take a little family trip, just the three of us. I want to show Paulette and Yume that I can be a good dad. Anything to put a smile on her face. Anything, I swear. I'm getting a real bad vibe from this. I feel like I should step in. Longlai, I heard things can get a little sketchy there, being a border town and all, but it's supposed to be pretty safe otherwise. Don't you cause any trouble there. Seems like wherever you go, Gehenna seems to follow. Hopefully this time you keep your nose out of trouble. It's our home after all, even if I've been gone a while. Please offer us up a stick of incense for this unworthy disciple. If you wouldn't mind, Arkride. Hick, I said screw, guys. Who says I got married one just because I'm that age and hick? Not like I'm just gonna curl up and die if I'm single in my 30s, hick. Alright, y'all, tonight we're gonna drink till I forget all about it. Heading to Longlai, huh? Gotcha. Oh, that's where you're from, right? Figured you weren't from Longport. Yeah, I've got a bit of Longlai in me. Wasn't there all that long, though. Makes sense. Guess not everybody Eastern is from the same place. Longlai's big thing is tea. They're the tea capital of the world, or so they say. Its unique climate gives it a lot of other unique stuff, too. It's a place like no other, so I hope you get to take it all in. I thought it would be easy to win over some party members, given the slump they're in. How wrong I was. And he has such a big heart to set me straight like that. It's strange. Even the sweetest Quincy treat tastes salty when I eat it alone. Sigh. A little while ago, this kid named Eddie came to apologize to the young miss. Apparently he was involved in that whole mess. We can't exactly let him see her given everything, so I just passed his message along. Though he did end up helping her patch things up with her father, so all's well that ends well, I suppose. Jennifer has a lot of initiative, and that's good in a president. I just wish she weren't so rash. She needs to think things through. Not that she's unwelcome in the party, not at all. Everyone brings their own skills and strengths to the table. Politics is all about connections, you see, and stringing them together to get what you want. History is full of fools, perhaps good men, who try to move the political world all by themselves. Seldom do they succeed. I do see that risk in Jennifer at times, but then she's still young. That ambition will help her. You can see plain as day how much she cares about every issue she tackles. At the right time and the right place, she could be an effective player on the political stage. The Republican Party frequents this hotel for their meetings. Polanski's a familiar face here. That CEO who just checked out, she's been coming here more often as of late. And she's far from the only one. A lot of those types hold meetings here with members of the Republican Party. Young Miss Berzelia returned home earlier than usual today. I do sympathize. She and her father have a complicated relationship. In light of everything going on, I unfortunately wasn't able to offer much assistance earlier in the day. Be that as it may, I'm happy to inform you that this week's new film is Clymer's Story. It's a quasi-documentary based on real-world writings, offering a unique perspective and atmosphere you won't find in other films. We're also continuing our rerun of Wolf's Requiem as well. If you still have yet to see it, then by all means please do so. I'm glad that Clymer's Story movie was narrated by an actual mountaineer. It gave an authentic touch to the film. I've heard that some movies filmed out in the real world have stage scenes in them. I didn't get that sense from this movie, but it's a good reason why audiences need to watch with a more discerning eye. This week, the film that we're premiering for our nighttime showings is Clymer's Story. It's a documentary that recreates the events of a mountain climber's memoir. It was filmed on a real mountain and also features narration from the mountaineer who wrote the original story. Isn't that cool? However, given that it takes place on such a dangerous mountain, I wouldn't recommend trying to replicate any of the feats captured in the movie. Director's Cut.
Buy a souvenir to remember your
Tickets for Golden Blood Director's Cut. It'll be $2,100 for one. Let's grab a seat. What's different about this one? Better not just recycle scenes. A sinister pharmaceutical company seeks to shake the very foundation of the world with a deadly engineered virus. Tasked with stealing its design documents, Zoe and her partner Rick begin sniffing for clues, which leads them to the chief developer at the lab. Zoe attempts to get close to her target in the way that she, as an A-class spy, does best.
Stop it, please! I told you, I've already got a boyfriend.
Oh, I heard you loud and clear. I also recall you saying that he's buried neck deep in debt. Tell you what, I'll pay off his debt in full on one condition. Break up with him and be mine. If you still refuse, then I'm afraid I must ask you to resign. So what'll it be?
Oh, Rick. I'm so sorry. Could you at least look away, sir? I'm really not used to this sort of thing.
My, aren't we shy? Very well. Just don't keep me waiting. Yes, that's a good girl. There's absolutely nothing to be embarrassed about. Psych! I'm gonna have so much fun stripping you bare.
Gotcha, you naughty boy.
Oh, it's Edith's most famous spriggan. And there's one of the Bracer Guild's rising stars. Didn't think I'd see you here. Come here to watch something all by yourself. Must be pretty used to life in Calvard if you're taking in stuff like this in your free time. I guess you could say that. I've been here about a month, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable now. I can't exactly go sightseeing around the country, so I figured I'd at least take in some of the film culture while I'm here. And I've got plenty of time to kill at night, unlike the daytime, so this is as good a way to spend it as any. Looks like you just caught the spicy director's cut. What made you go for that? Not that there's anything wrong with women seeing it. I mean, everyone's talked about it and Joe's in it. I figured if I'm gonna see any version of it, might as well make it the real deal. They don't leave a lot to the imagination. There were a lot of scenes where I didn't know where to keep my eyes. The spy bits were interesting too. Bracers get to espionage sometimes, so we don't use the kinds of tactics Judith does. I figured, sexy spycraft might only be a thing of the silver screen, but that's what makes those kinds of movies fun, if you ask me. Van's conversation in the theater continued for a brief period. Soon enough, however, the two sides parted ways in the lobby. From there, Van got on with the rest of his evening. Hey, looks like they're selling commemorative brochures for this movie. Maybe I should pick one up as a souvenir. Hope I don't regret this choice. You know, the brochure, how different would the brochure look? Okay, it just says scenes cut from the original and shows her pointing a gun at the corrupt executive.
Let's see what we've got.
WithoutU, my name is Sayla. I'm part of a two-girl idol group called WithoutU. Tonight we're scheduled to hold a street performance in the Tyrell District. My partner, Lua, has gone missing. Can you help me search for her? I'll be waiting at a table near Brother's Music Shop. Well, might as well get this over with. Let's go chat with our client after we wrap up here.
Alrighty.
Guess Sayla and Lua aren't giving up on making it as idols just yet. Are they defying the label's direct order? This isn't like you, Sayla. She's changed a lot, actually. I wonder if it's Lua suing. Hey, dude, we're putting on a free show tonight. The opener is our own local up-and-comer Jess. He's really been making a name for himself around here lately. Word is he's about to sign with a major label. It's getting harder and harder to get tickets to see him before they sell out. It's practically a miracle that he's playing a free show. This might be your one shot to see him live.
Such a pretty song.
Damn it, Jess, you're really going to make me cry. He's so damn cool. I can already feel my heart breaking. I don't think I can take any more of this. This is that singer-songwriter everyone's on buzz about. Whoa, his performance is so emotional. It's so wonderful, getting to hear music like this somewhere I take for granted on my everyday jogs. Goes to show what I've been missing out on this whole time, never slowing down to smell the roses. But Lily's finally opened my eyes. There are so many things I am seeing clearly for the first time. Wait, why are my cheeks wet? I'm so happy Selma likes Jess's music. There's something about his songs that just cuts straight to the heart and sticks with you. I thought that might appeal to Selma, given what she's been through lately, so I recommend she give him a listen.
What a great song.
Over here! Look at me!
Come on, Uncle, I just want to replace my engine. It's the only way I'm gonna get max performance out of my Kabul. Godspeed, would you knock it off? Go on and annoy someone else. Please, I'll cough up the mirror. I just need your help finding the right engine. That's the problem. Do you even understand how hard it'll be to find something that'll even fit?
Well...
Oh great, she's throwing another fit. Gotta admit, her driving skills have come a long way. She could stand to learn how to behave, though. Bradley, come on! Hey, knock that off. You ain't 5 years old, so behave yourself. Yes, Rooney, there is a language unique to the Central East. But I didn't expect you to want to learn it just to help tutor Elaine and Lolo. Your kindness knows no bounds, does it, Rooney? You're so dependable. You really think so? Early says I'm just wishy-washy. Early's not one to mince words, is she? But anyway, I'd be more than happy to teach you. Feel free to come by for a lesson whenever you're free. Thank you so much, Mother Kira. I want to learn to help tutor Early and Lolo. So I'm brushing up on the Central East culture and language first so I can do that. I asked Mother Kira for help and she said she'd be happy too. She's so nice. And having a kid like Rooney around keeps things lively for all of us. Speaking of lively, Lashkar came by again with a girl from the village workshop. They'll be staying at the Bracer Guild for the next couple of days, actually. You should pay them a visit. Mother Kira hails from an impoverished town in the Central East. Life has guided her to the cloth, despite everything that's happened to her. I imagine heavenly hands ensured she'd never go astray. Perhaps that is why her dedication to the salvation of others is so unshakable. I believe that she is of a divine fate. There are tasks only she is able to accomplish. I've set up shop in every district before, but I always come back to good old Riverside. Where dreams come true and friendly faces are plenty. Plus, this is where all my regulars are. Riverside's where I set up shop for the first time, so it holds a special place in my heart. Why is Chino's bar so popular? Damn her cheek sense of style and pinpoint attention to detail. We might be able to compete if we extend our business hours to 9 PM. That should increase sales by at least 10%. No, maybe even higher once the new menu rolls out. Hey there, good to see you. Me and all the food stall owners are out for drinks today. There's a lot we gotta talk about, with the Revolution Festival right around the corner. Primo will take your order while I'm here. I'm sure Primo can handle the stall on their own for a little while. What I'm not so sure about is where she'll get experimental and start offering customers some new weirdo tacos. But hey, the last has passion in droves. She's an inspiration, that one.
Well, if it isn't Van.
Shoot, what I'm trying to get here isn't that, it's just that, you know. Come on, that's enough for one day, isn't it? Don't change the subject. Oh, it's you, the spriggan. Van. Hey dude, don't let me keep you. I don't fancy third wheeling, so how about I leave you two to it? No, Shay, Dingo's a jerk. He just left me behind. What did he learn? Nothing. He's doing it again. So she's a loud kind of drunk. You know, if Dingo's being such a jerk, why not tell him yourself? You're mighty close to him right now. I sure did. I told him off real good. And what did he do? Just blew me off. Heck, didn't listen to a thing I said. And here I just working so hard to follow in his footsteps. I just wanna Z. Lasted longer than I expected. Yeah, she did. Sorry, that was an embarrassing way for you to find us. Don't sweat it. Not like I don't know you well enough to at this point. Girl sure got some balls though. Follows you all the way to Farbad, gets kidnapped and caps off with a night of drunken complaints. It's like she's not even phased. That might be my fault. I probably shouldn't have been so soft on her after the fact. I did try to get it through to her that she needs to be more careful. Carefulness doesn't seem to have a clocked in tonight, from the look of it. Not at all. I'll have to try again some other time. I definitely can't have her knowing where I'm going next time I travel. Losing a newbie like her shouldn't be that hard for you, right? But you sure it's worth it? Don't want to upset the cute little missy by pushing her away. She's got a thing for you. I've said before, but we're from different publications. Rather than friends, we should be rivals. Don't think that really matters much. You'd probably be rivals and you work in the same place. But rival or not, she looks up to you. That at least should mean something to you, yeah? Humph. I finally got a lead into one of the topics I've been pursuing. You know me, all my investigations are a gray area at best. The rest pitch black, of the worst kind. You know that. I'd much rather she stay far, far away from that world. Maybe it's wrong of me to make that decision for her, but I don't want her to follow in my footsteps. She should walk a braver, more honest path. For someone who denies taking her under your wing, you sure get overprotective when it comes to her. Look who's talking. You and your growing office of assistance you'd stick your neck out for. Hey Van, if you... Nothing. You're going out on a trip with your assistants, right? Should be a good time. Take the time to enjoy yourselves. I will. That's the plan, at least. I swear, just as quick and creepy as Kitty used to be. How the hell do you know about that? That's for me to know. No, back off. Don't go getting too cozy with him, Dingo. It's not fair. Hick, not fair. Whatever, I'll buy you a souvenir. You don't get to complain if you don't like it. I trust you to pick something good. Things have been pretty lively up in Arkride Solutions, huh? Guess it calmed down some at least. It's good to see you got in you to make some good friends. I'm an adult, you know. You're one to talk anyway. Been rekindling your passion for reporting with this little go-getter around. I'm not going to deny that. Looks like she's really drunk. I'm not sure if she'll come too, but I'll stick around to send her home if she wakes up. I'm not giving up, Dingo. I'll be just as good as you. See? Dingo's sure been putting in some overtime as of late. And here I am just having to suffer seeing him spend so much time with a beautiful lady that's not me. I don't think your usual game's gonna catch his attention anytime soon. Boo, you're no fun. But I digress. It looks like you got all your work down pat for a day, huh, eh? I'm sure your assistant was more than appreciated. Arkride Solutions to the rescue. Chill, I didn't do anything other than show up. Guy's a clown, but he's at least got the balls to take responsibility. Guess we'll see how far that gets him. I don't quite know what I trust him or his claims of integrity just yet. I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, but I'll still keep an eye on the deer myself, so don't worry about doing all the heavy lifting. I'm sure the media frenzy will calm down after a while. It'll be up to him to decide how to handle things from here. Oh, but I'll still keep an eye on the deer myself, so don't worry about doing all the heavy lifting. Okay, I'm just gonna do the Swanee first and reload. Seriously, it's free time scarcity. I heard there's a man with a fierce look on his face scouring the city for a girl's toy at night as of late. It couldn't be him, right? I suppose I should just check. Looks like my guess was right in the mark. Something on your mind, Inspector? What do you want? Just been looking into a spicy rumor that's been floating around. Something about a scary-looking man who's prowling the night searching for little girls' toys. Hey, don't worry, I don't judge. Everyone's got at least one weird hobby or two. It's not a hobby, damn it. We have to find the lowlife scumbag who spread that rumor and cuff him. Alright, I've had my fun. There's more to the story, right? What, you trying to placate your adolescent daughter after upsetting her? Don't tell me I just hit the jackpot. Not quite. My daughter's still Sunday school age. So you couldn't be there for her birthday, huh? Yeah, just about any little kid's gonna be upset about that. You're lucky she's mature enough to not throw a tantrum over it. I don't need you to tell me that. I don't get to spend much time with her, so I promise I'd absolutely be there for her birthday. You should know better than to make promises you might not be able to keep. The only absolute in this world is that there are no absolutes. Alright, I've just about had enough of you. I'm going to head to another shop. This one didn't have what I wanted. Where are you trying to find anyway? Why do you want to know? So you can fling more insults my way? Because I wanted to help you find it. Figured this was a perfect opportunity to put a cop in my debt. The tone of yours is exactly what I despise. You must really want to put a smile back on your daughter's face, or you wouldn't be roaming the streets like a bloodhound in the hunt. I'm guessing you don't want to ask the guild or your subordinates for help when they're so busy, but I got all the time in the world. I'll help you out of this jam for dirt cheap, just this once, what do you say? Bah, you're as unpredictable as ever. I'm looking for a limited edition dress-up doll. It has a special outfit. My daughter wants it badly, but unfortunately so does everyone else. They're out of stock all over the city. Trust me, I checked. I wonder if Hermes can help. So even an inspector like you is willing to cast aside his pride for his beloved daughter. I think I might know just the place. You do? Tell me where it is, now. The Blacklight District. Easy, you can't go there alone. If you do, you won't be able to get your hands on it, and you'll probably land yourself in a real mess. If people there find out who you are, you'll be getting sandbagged in no time. Oh, the Blacklight District for sure. You don't mean... I'll be having dinner with my family today for the first time in a while. I really want to hand my daughter the doll then and there. You may lead the way. I can protect myself, though. Gotcha. Van led the Swanee to the location he had in mind. Is that crazy bookstore lady? I was starting to wonder on the way here if this was where you were taking me. Oh, don't be like that. I'm just taking you through a nice dingy underground shopping center, Inspector, just like in the area in Edith. Look, you're not making this any better for either of us. Wipe that frown off your face already. Alright, I'll stop yucking around. This is your first rodeo, or you've been down here before? It's been over a decade, so this isn't exactly my kind of place, either professionally or personally. I swear, I just can't wrap my head around it. How anyone could just choose to live down here, and how the authorities could turn a blind eye to how obviously foul it is, it's just beyond me. That's what I'm here for, pal. You wouldn't last a minute down here by yourself. Anyway, time's wasting. Let's talk to the locals first and see what we can figure out. Then Inspector Swanee first inquired with Gabriella, the proprietress of a local drinking hole. She informed them about a new sculptor who had recently arrived. The two decided to try their luck by visiting him. Hey, you're in luck, my good man. I've got exactly what you're looking for. I just put those dolls up on display. Are these real or counterfeit? You don't know how hard I had to work to obtain them. Those things aren't easy to come by. Probably goes without saying, if you move forward with it, this ain't gonna be the most legit sale you've ever done. Just putting that out there. What you decide to do with that information is up to you. I don't need some street rat like you lecturing me about morals. So hell sure, I'll take one. How much do you want? Heh, pleasure doing business with you, sir. That'll be 10,000 mirror, thank you very much. You serious? That's 10 times the MSRP. You better give me a damn good reason why. Just as I explained, sir, these dolls are quite the hot commodity right now. I'm simply charging what the market is willing to pay. Like hell, you think you can get away with fleecing me, huh? Don't hurt me. Sorry, pal, doesn't look like you know who this guy is. Let me fill you in. You're looking at the personal bodyguard for this district's head honcho. Wanna guess how he got so strong? By setting crooks straight by force when they step out of line. I hear you're new here, so I guess nobody took the time to fill you in yet. Can't fault you for that. But now you know who you're dealing with. You might want to consider cutting the man a discount. Otherwise, life's gonna come at you real fast in just a couple of seconds. Okay, I give up. You win. So normal retail price plus the finder's fee to compensate me for my labor. Does that sound fair? Heh, still a snake to the bitter end, but he knows what's up now, at least. What's your call, boss? Deal? Yeah, I'll take it. Fantastic, another satisfied customer you've made. So I hope this taught you a valuable lesson. Be careful how you do business down here, got it? Let me ask you one more question before I leave. When's Maria made you decide to come live in a place like this? What? That's a weird question to ask, but if I had to say... Huh? We're not getting the answer? What? Well, we got it in the end. Shame it ended up costing more than the retail price, but beats not getting it at all. True, it did have cost me an arm and a leg were it not for your quick wit. I think we owe it to that terrifying scowl on your face. He'd never have bought my story otherwise. You seriously need to work on your compliments. Anyway, you really are a strange one. I doubt anyone in the history of Blacklight District has asked a question like that one. I was quite surprised at the answer I received. I don't even know how to live in the sun's light. When I first visited that district, I quickly realized that outside world's logic doesn't apply there. And I had that same feeling all over again. Although, I understand now that thrusting our logic on its people isn't the way forward. I probably shouldn't be saying this as an enforcer of the law. But while I can't say I understand their way of thinking, nor can I accept it as right, I can acknowledge that there may be things in this world that are neither black nor white. That's so. Well, it's time for this lawless ruffian to get out of your hair. I hope she likes her present. As do I, although the relief it provides will no doubt be momentary. This isn't the first time I've made her sad, and it won't be the last time either. Damn, the pessimism is real. Does the depressing air in Blacklight District get to you or something? Quiet, you. Let me leave you with this. You can link the world of someone, but if you don't put your feelings into action or words, they'll never know. Deep down, though, I'm sure she already knows you really care about her. You've just got to keep trying to show it. Well, I'm out. Just treat me to a canned coffee or sometime, and we're square. So I just can't get a read on that guy. Daddy! Gigi. I'm really sorry, Daddy. I know how busy you are, and I shouldn't have been so mean to you. I'm sorry too, and to show I mean it, I got you a little special something. Van quietly left the scene as if he had never been there at all. And with his work done, he returned to his patrol.
You've got some spirit, I guess. No, I didn't say a word.
Unfortunately, I will have to reload that that happy ending. So I guess he will never reconcile with his daughter in my version of the game. What a shame. Before going on vacation, Rosette wants to do a test of some new functionality currently under development for a virtual simulator. She requested that if I had time, she'd love some help. Van contacted Rosette and returned to the office. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Arkride. I hate to impose on like this, especially so late, but I sincerely appreciate it. Don't mention it. You said you were testing some features in development for a simulator, right? Are you sure I'm the man you want for that? Sounds like it'd go way over my head. Certainly. As a matter of fact, there's something that only you can help me with. Could you please take your Zypha out for me? My Zypha, what do you want with that? The Holo Core system gathers a wide variety of data through the Zypha, not just biological information. This time I'd like to test location information-based shard replication functionality too. Heh, perhaps it'd be faster if I just show you. Are you ready to begin? I didn't really get all that, but sure. You just need me to connect my Zypha, right? A virtual location, huh? Come to think of it, they recreated a lot of the biomes from our boss battles too. So where is this? Cradle Village? Correct, our records indicate that this dataset was generated 2 months ago. This reflects the village's state upon your accepting Miss al-Fayed's request. Really, no. So use something like geographical data to make this copy of the village. Man, your tech just keeps throwing curveballs at me. Hell, even the villagers are going through their motions. It's like some kind of memory quartz. Due to the high information density in these settings, the fine details aren't perfectly accurate. Do pardon that. Wouldn't have noticed if you didn't point that out. This was before you tagged along anyway. Let me guess, one of the villagers is glitching through a wall right now. Indeed it was. I see now that this village is quite the homely place. Though we haven't implemented audio emulation quite yet, I can almost hear the ambience of this village already. Yeah, backwater through and through, and all the beauty that comes with. That reminds me, the village is hosting their harvest festival soon. Bet they'll dress the place up nice and pretty for that. I see, I would be interested in participating myself someday. Now let us advance to the next memory. Reusing assets, huh? These orange lanterns are gorgeous. They sure are. Looks like we're in Longport's eastern quarter now. When we came here a while back, we had to deal with Heiwei and Almada. Still enjoyed seeing this place again, though. Hard not to get wrapped in all its eastern charms. I know what you mean. The vermilion lights are quite beautiful. And the gorgeous night sky is enchanting. Not sure if I'd go that far, but yeah, the night view is pretty damn great. And so's the ocean view from the harbor, especially in the evening. Is it now? Then let me extract the evening data. Hey, yet another curveball. You weren't exaggerating, the view from here is breathtaking. Sorry if it's a little much. Oh, it isn't at all. I could watch the gentle swaying of the waves for hours. In that case, why don't you come here in person sometime? There's a mountain of delicious food and the Eastern theater performances alone are worth the trip. That all sounds lovely. I think I'll do that someday. I hate to put an end to this, but we have our test results now. I'll go ahead and end the simulation. We're back. Strictly speaking, we never left this room in the first place. How do you feel about this new functionality test? Good reminder of how crazy Shard Tech really is, that's for sure. Honestly, I'm even more excited to see this fully realized than I am the combat simulation portion. I agree with you. Thankfully, we managed to record some excellent data. Things will hopefully continue to progress smoothly. But I gotta say, you looked pretty happy while we were doing that test. As embarrassed as I am to admit, I can't claim otherwise. All I had until now were pictures and videos from other places. For a while, I thought they'd be all I have, and I was content just imagining them. But thanks to you, Mr. Arkride, I now get to experience such places for myself. If I hadn't taken so long to join you, I might have even been able to see the places we just simulated. Honestly, I'm a little jealous of the ours. You've been through a hell of a lot in your life, haven't you? Don't mean to pry, but it's the impression I got after what happened last trip. That would be a fair assessment, yes. Regardless of that, I owe a great debt of gratitude towards the Mardu Company, and Mr. Thorndike by extension. I wouldn't be here helping as your concierge if it weren't for them. I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity. That in and of itself is a great privilege and more than enough for me to feel fulfilled and satisfied. Don't gotta be so humble. We're happy to have you here too, you know? And don't forget we've got our trip to Longlai coming up too. I know it's all kind of last minute and not exactly meant for us, so we might not really have all that much time to relax. But I still hope you get to enjoy yourself while we're there. You deserve it just as much as anyone else. Thank you, Mr. Arkride. Just the opportunity to join you all is exhilarating. Whether it's the local cuisine, the beautiful vistas, or the relaxing hot springs, I'm looking forward to it all. With the simulator test concluded, Van left the room. After that, he resumed his nighttime patrol.
I almost forgot I was on the clock for a moment there.
This Longlai vacation really came out of nowhere, but it's been a while. Maybe I should hit the bookstore and see if I can gather any info on new suites in the area. I also heard there was some trouble in the subway, so I should go by car. Van got in his pickup truck and drove to the bookstore located in Seiden District. Longlai is such a popular tourist attraction, you gotta figure the local suites change up over time. The way I see it, it'd be shirking my professional duties as a spriggan if I didn't take the time to study up on them beforehand. Now, to just find where to keep the tour guides here, Well, is that Anya's over there? Oh, hi Van, fancy seeing you here. Are you doing your rounds across the city? You seem to do that a lot at night. No, not this time. I just came here to shop for some books, that's all. What brings you here? I figured you went back to your dorm after we were all finished talking. I just remembered a reference book that one of my teachers recommended to me the other day. I decided I might as well pick it up on my way back before I forgot. Gotcha, that's some dedication if you're going out of your way to pick up that kind of extracurricular material. I don't know if I'd say I'm that dedicated this time. Otherwise I wouldn't have found myself over here looking for guidebooks on Longlai. Oh, but if you're here, does that mean you're looking for information on the kinds of sweets they have in Longlai? You know me only too well at this point. Well, since we're both here, might as well see what they got. Once Van and NIS found the books they were looking for, they made their purchases and departed the store. The subway's probably running less frequently at this time of day, aren't they? I'd say so. At this hour, they're probably... Oh no, looks like they're having some sort of problem with the train cars. Yeah, I read that earlier. I'm sure they'll be up and running again soon. Maybe. It says they don't have an estimate for how long the inspection is going to take. I guess I'll either have to wait out at a cafe or just walk home instead. You don't have to go to all that trouble. I can just drive you back in my truck. Beats how long it takes to go on foot. I'm sure your dorm's got a curfew in place, right? You don't mind? That would definitely help me a lot. Thanks, man. You're a lifesaver. Though Albert might be unhappy. What's up? Nothing much. This is my first time alone in the caravan. Now I'm getting nervous. I've got to stay composed. Well, that's good, I guess. The street lights are so pretty. I see this place all the time, but it somehow looks so different from inside the car. Right? That's part of the charm of a city at night, especially when there's barely any cars on the expressway. It rules. But coasting through nature during the daytime ain't so bad either. Hey, my dad said something like that a long time ago, actually. Oh, really? What's your old man's verdict on cars? Well, he doesn't love them quite as much as you do, but he used to really like going on drives. He's always been so busy with work, he couldn't find much time to be at home. But back then, once he was off, he would take me and my mother to all kinds of places. I treasure those memories. They're irreplaceable to me. Sounds like he's a real family man. Unlike a certain Z1 racer obsessed with the nightlife. Well, Maxim regrets his actions, so I don't want to be too hard on him. Besides, my mother was very careful to make sure I never felt lonely. She would visit bookstores all across the city with me, looking for books I would like. And we tried new recipes together to surprise him when he came home late. I really thought those peaceful days would continue forever. But when she passed away, it felt like everything changed. People, places, who we are, it all changes as time goes by. But even then, you find yourself concerned with who your old man is and where he stands, huh? Of course I do. I just don't know what he's thinking anymore. And I don't know what I can do for him as his daughter. He feels so far away right now. I get that it's not my place to comment on someone else's family problems. But no matter how far away he might feel to you, now, you still love him, right? So latch on to that feeling and face him head on. The nice thing about family is that you can afford to push boundaries if you want to figure out what's going on in their head. So it's fine to be a little selfish then. More than fine. That you're here with me as a part-timer means you're already being a little selfish, and I mean that in the best way. So just keep doing what you're doing and pushing and pushing, and next thing you know, you'll have your old man by the collar. I think I'll skip the whole violence if that's alright with you. But thank you, I'm feeling a little more brave about this whole thing. Even if I don't know what the right answer is, I can't afford to wallow in negativity. And I'm sorry for talking about my family non-stop. Actually, what about, never mind. You don't gotta walk on eggshells around me. It's just, I don't have any stories that'd make for a fun time. I see. And look at that, we've hit Auber. Make sure you don't forget anything. Oh wow, time really flew by, didn't it? Right here then. Yes, the dorms are close by, so this should be a good spot. I'm not really sure if I can put this to words. But Arkride Solutions means the world to me now. You're just as important to me as my family. And I don't think I'm the only one who feels that way either. I'm sorry, maybe now's not the time for that. But anyway, thank you for seeing me this far. I look forward to the trip. Sure, see you later. That sure caught me off guard. I appreciate the thought. I just wish you wouldn't waste it on someone like me. After that, Van spent part of the night driving before resuming his patrol.
Oh, you're so mean, Van.
What? What did I do? Okay, ATS Plus. Max out Van. Ultimate Spriggan, SELM chain effect plus 5%. Okay, this one's supposed to have ridiculous speed.
Give me your worst.
Yeah, let's just have everyone try to move far away from Van. Holy shit.
Certain arts seem to work better.
Make it count!
Okay.
I suggest we strike now. Ah!
Everyone just slowly back up. Oh shit.
Keep it up!
There we go.
Lapis code! Activate!
I won't let this chance slip by.
Just gonna set up a cobalt curtain just so we don't just instantly get our shields eaten.
Cobalt curtain activate!
Hang in there!
What?
Here goes. This'll hurt.
Okay.
Here goes.
Just gonna go move over here and hope you don't notice anyone else.
Think fast. Take this. All you, Agnes.
Okay. Now we just spam fire spells until we win.
Make it count.
Activating drive.
Initiating drive!
Initiating drive.
Oh hell, quick!
There!
And it heals too. That is extremely unfair.
Activating skill.
Yeah! Reset! One skill coming right up!
There!
Mr. Silesian! Activating skill. A chance!
Man. It's a little risky in terms of output, but whatever.
Activating drive.
Yikes.
I suggest we strike
Do this for evasion and maybe boost everyone's ATS a bit further.
Drive!
There! Here's our chance!
Lightning Storm. Shoot, I should have equipped Seal Resist. Not good.
Keep it up! It's working! Initiating drive! Tetra!
Reset!
One skill coming right up! A chance!
Yep, let's just use an instant tear all on you.
I owe you one. A chance!
Man, even with the S boost, that did not help.
I suggest we strike now.
Full boost! Go all out!
Make it count! There. Here's our chance!
Some arts work better.
Going all in. Initializing drive.
No, you don't!
Got your number. Yeah!
Mr. Silesian! Activating.
I wish evading was more viable, but whatever.
A chance!
Okay, we're like halfway through.
Certain arts seem to work better.
Going all in. Make it count!
Man.
Certain arts seem to work
Activating
better.
drive. Full boost! Go all out!
Vandalize raid, why not? I might not get another chance.
Maybe proceed with caution.
Keep your guard up.
Give them your all!
Time for the main event. Vandalize raid!
Boost
Go,
stage,
Cutthroat!
Thunder unlocked!
If I could stun you, that'd be great too.
Some arts work better. Initiating drive.
On yes!
Activating
Yes!
skill.
But I don't think it's gonna keep you down for long.
Let this chance slip by.
Yeah, still gonna get up next turn. That's kind of sucks.
Some arts should really hurt. Keep it up! It's working!
Make it count! Going all in.
Activating drive.
Reset!
One skill coming right up. Mr. Silesian!
Activating skill.
Good thing it takes so much damage from fire arts, or this would probably be very unfavorable.
Certain arts seem to work better.
I suggest we strike now.
Make it
Certain
count!
arts seem to work better. Activating drive.
Shoot, I won't be able to use Vandalize Raid this turn.
Make it count! Cypher activate!
There!
On yes!
I won't let this chance slip by. Keep it up! It's working!
Shoot, I know you're gonna heal next turn too.
Some arts work. Initiating drive.
Nice miss.
Huh?
One skill coming right up.
Here goes!
Okay. Keep burning you.
Drive! Ketra!
Good, we won, despite that thing being so overpowered and fast. Go back. Yup, we gotta cross off the list. Okay, music shop. Should I go talk to that idol about her friend now? I've gotta do it soon, but it doesn't have to be net right now. Yeah, I already used up all my free time. Alright, let me go see my client. You must be the idol that put in that request. Sayla, right? Nice to meet you. Oh wow, so the rumors really are true, huh? If you're here, does that mean you're willing to hear me out? Yeah, probably best not to just stand around talking like this, so why don't we grab a seat and take it from there? You mentioned that you were supposed to be putting on a street performance tonight. But it sounds like your partner didn't show up when she was supposed to. Yes, that's right. Lulua did mention to me that she had work today. But she said she would be done after sunset, so we planned to meet up here directly once she got off her job. It was getting later and later and she was nowhere to be seen. Once an hour passed and I still hadn't heard from her, I decided to visit her place. Makes sense to me. Sounds like a pretty reasonable thing to do. When I got there, I knocked on the door, but didn't get an answer. I have a key to her apartment that she lent me, so I used it to poke my head inside and found a note she left on the table. Reading that note left me so concerned, so that's when I contacted you so you could hopefully look out for her. Makes sense. What was written on the note? There were only two things scribbled down on it. One was a name I didn't recognize, Clement, and the other thing was part-time 1,000 mira per hour. 1,000 mira per hour? That's what we charge as our base rate at my agency. That's pretty damn good for some side hustle. Some might even say too good. Practically screams something not on the up and up, if you ask me. You think so too, huh? I figured that was a distinct possibility. That case we solved this morning was another instance of someone getting caught up in sketchy part-time work. It's entirely possible this might be connected somehow. The thing about Lua is she comes from the countryside. She's a really honest girl at heart and tends to take people at their word, for better or worse. That's why I'm really worried about her. I'm scared at what she might have gotten herself into. I can understand why. At this point, you've given me everything I need to know. From what you've told me, this is definitely a job for a spriggan. Seeing as it's so urgent and all, I'll go ahead and get to work immediately. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're able to help me. Don't mention it. Tell me a little more about Lua. Has she been acting strange in any particular way lately? Actually, yes. Now you might ask. I've been seeing her spending time with an elderly woman who looks pretty well off. When I asked her about it, she said she was escorting her as part of some volunteer work she's doing. Could be that swindler lady from the Blacklight District? That was news to me. In fact, the fact that she was doing anything like that, it felt really strange to me. I mean, it's nice of her to want to help and all, but I know for a fact that she really shouldn't have the time to spare for that right now. That's because we're both trying to save up our money so we can put on our dream concert. We're busy as it is just working on that. Which is probably where that 1,000 mira per hour comes in. She could be earning that much from that Clement person as a compensation for helping. That was my hunch too. I don't know the name of the woman that Lewis has been looking after, else I'd be more than happy to tell you. But she did say the other day that the woman bought her clothes at Jordan Boutique in the department store by the station. Does that help you at all? Oh yeah, that's a good jumping off point for me to start looking for her. Once we're done talking, I'll make my way straight to that boutique and have a talk with whoever I find there. As for you, I think you should stay here for the time being. I know it's well past when you two were supposed to meet, but it's always possible that she could just be running late and still show up. Right, that's true. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks again. We then hurried over to Jordan Boutique without delay to begin looking for Lua. Welcome to Jordan, sir. How may I help you? Wanted to ask you something, actually. He introduced himself and asked the man if he had seen Lua and a well-dressed woman in the shop recently. I suspect you're referring to Madame Daphne. She is one of the regulars. She actually happened to stop by a few days ago, accompanied by a young woman. I had thought she was Madame Daphne's granddaughter, but I see I was mistaken. The two must have seemed fairly close for you to get that impression. Oh, they most certainly did. Guess you haven't seen them today. A correct assumption. I hear that Madame Daphne frequents the Erland store in the Seiden District as well as our own. Perhaps she may have visited there today instead. I hear she is on good terms with its manager, too. Erland over in the Seiden District. Got it. Thanks for the info. You're quite welcome, sir. Over to Seiden they go, then. Daphne and Lua.
Let me ask you something.
Daphne and Lua, yes, they're regulars here. They dropped by earlier this afternoon, right on time. Bingo. You aware of their relationship by any chance? Sure, I just met Lua recently. I heard she volunteers for this assisted living nonprofit in her spare time. She gets assigned to help out the elderly and disabled with stuff like shopping, that sort of thing. Daphne doesn't have any relatives, so Lua is a big help for her. Gotcha. What I heard, though, is that this Daphne lady ain't exactly hurting for money. So why'd she look for a free helper instead of a maid or something? You know, Daphne isn't sure herself. I recall she said she wanted to pay Lua directly, actually. Lua's told me that she gets some payment from the agency anyway, though she's telling Daphne not to worry about it. That just really confuses me. She's a volunteer, but she gets paid for helping Daphne. It's not a fully roundabout way of doing things. It just seems like a bit of a contradiction, no? Kinda, yeah. So this ain't a case of the old lady getting swindled, at least. But yeah, something's weird here. There's gotta be some reason she's getting paid in that roundabout way. So anyway, those two came by earlier, right? Any idea where they headed after that? I recall Lua said something about showing Daphne the place where she works. I think she works at that concert hall in Riverside. The Riverside Concert Hall. That'd be the blue score then. Thanks much, I owe you one. I'll think nothing of it. Stop by again sometime, will you? Hey, is that... What? Judith?
That should get him off my tail. Wait, you?
Hey, a heck of a coincidence running into you here, especially at this hour. Saw that article of yours on BuzzRadar, by the way. Let me guess, on the run from paparazzi right now. What if I am? To be clear, that article is... Don't worry, I can make a guess. You checking out talents and sports figures who have got ties to the mafia, yeah? Can't say I blame you. The why of things aside, He has been going all around these shady spots for weird reasons. Wait, you've got detailed info on him. Look, I can't exactly spell too much, but I can tell you this. You can lay off the Red Comet. He's 100% clean, trust me. At least when it comes to what you're looking into.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So what was I even doing all this for?
And I got you out by my mom and granny for it too. Oh, got complaints about how you're handling your other job. Other job? I have no clue what you could be possibly mean.
Van? What are you doing here? And who would this woman be?
You're kidding. That's Elaine Claire, the bracer. Come on, I swear, it's just one thing after another. Anyway, I have to go, but don't you dare think you've beaten me. That was Judith Lancer, right? The actress. Yeah, you know her? Sort of. We just met at an event before. I imagine you'd be more familiar with her than I am. Heard you two got acquainted in Farbad. Well, enough to meet outside of work, too, it looks like. Come on, it ain't like that. Have a little faith in me. Oh yeah? Alright then. So what are you actually doing out here in Riverside at this hour? Searching for someone, actually. Someone got dragged into working an underworld job without being aware of it. You're investigating an underworld job too. Are you up to the same thing? I am, yes. One of their scam victims may have requested the bracers. I'm looking for a man named Clement right now. He's likely to go between the hired and part-timers. Clement sure gets around, huh? We're basically barking up the same tree then. Then that we are. I came to Riverside because we had a report that Clement had been spotted here. Do you mind if I tag along with you? Not at all. Might make things easier for us all. Van fill Elaine in on the current state of his investigation. An idol named Lua, huh? Definitely looks like she's an unwitting pawn of this scheme. Sure does, which honestly puts her in a whole lot of trouble. Let's check out the concert hall. Oh, you're not in my... Wait, what? What? I don't get it. You were a guest party member before. Why can't I see your stats? This is suspicious. Are you really Elaine? Are you maybe someone in disguise?
Ask you something.
Oh, Lua, no, she wasn't on stage today. Hey, Natalie, you got any idea where she is? A little, I guess. I've been thinking about her a lot as of late. I did happen to see her. It stuck out to me because she was talking with some older woman I've never seen before. That's a lead. Did you happen to overhear what they were talking about? Kinda, something about grabbing tea at the food stalls. I think I heard something about trying out the tacos. Tacos, got it. Thank you for the information.
Can we talk?
Right. Was just before dark when Lua and the old lady stopped by my stall. I think they were meeting with some middle-aged man or something. He was waiting for him at the table. Kind of an odd group, if you ask me. A middle-aged man. Might be Clement. Notice anything else out of the ordinary? Can't say I did. Couldn't hear them all the way from here. They were talking for a good while before the man got real worked up. Looks like things got real heated, so they up and left. Went right across the river. I was wondering what came of them. Don't know anything else, sorry. That's plenty to go on. It is. Thank you for all the information. This sure is starting to sink. Agreed, I wasn't expecting someone likely to be Clement to actually crop up here. We need to follow their trail, and now. Agreed, let's see if we got any other witnesses. Oh, what am I going to do now? I can't believe this happened. Looks like something happened to her. This might be who we're looking for. Hey there, Granny, got a sec? We'd like to speak to you if we may have a moment. Then pretending to be Elaine's assistant, inquired into Daphne and Lua. Oh, for an A-rank racer and her assistant to show up just when I needed them most. This must be the goddess's guidance at hand. But you're right, yes, I'm Daphne. Thank you for confirming that. Heard Lua was helping you as part of her volunteer work. Mind telling us what happened? Not at all, I do have something to share with you. About an hour ago, Lua was taken away by a man called Clement. He straight up took her. Well, shit's getting urgent. To be clear, Clement was the man that introduced you and Lua, yeah? That's right. Until today, I wouldn't have pegged him for anything less than a kind and trustworthy man. I came tonight because he wanted to discuss something with Lua and me. That's when he started trying to sell me some kind of medical insurance. It all sounded splendid, but I'm not naive. I know when something's too good to be true. It probably is. Good on you for not falling for that old trick. I have some experience since I do have a different insurance already. When I started asking for details, Clement couldn't answer me. Lua must have caught on to my suspicions because she also started asking him questions. He didn't like that at all and started yelling at us, and then And then he dragged Lua away. Yes, I tried to chase after her, but I lost sight of them right around here. I was afraid that if I contacted the police or a guild, they might suspect Lua as well. I didn't know what to do. Okay, I think I've got the picture. Don't worry, the guild will do the best we can for Lua's sake. Rest is easy, you can leave the rest to us. Oh, thank you so much. Do you know where she might have been taken to? Ain't hard to take a guess if around here's where you lost sight of them. Must have gone to the Longlai district. Undoubtedly. We need to head after her quick, but we shouldn't be too careless either. I'll be waiting by the entrance. Just tell me when you're ready. Got it. This would have never happened if I paid attention and realized this was a scam. I'm sorry, please, you have to help Lua. We need to go save Lua. Are you ready? Okay. I have nothing else I can do. Yeah, let's go put Clement in the trash. I'll contact Sayla and my client to make a progress report. We uncontacted Sayla and filled her in on the situation. After she pleaded to come with them, they set off. Together, the three of them headed into the Longlai district in pursuit of Lua's kidnappers. And so... You stupid bitch, you just had to run your mouth, didn't you? All you had to do was sit quietly next to me and nod your head like a good girl. Everything would have been just fine. But no, you just had to run your mouth. Now all that money I could have swindled is gone. All down the drain. How could you deceive a woman like Daphne? That's just horrible. If I knew that was what you were after, I never would have gone along with any of this. Newsflash, I don't give a shit. You have a job to do, and that's all that matters. Do you understand? You sucker people in with that sweet innocent face of yours, and then I swoop in for the kill. I figured that old hag was an easy target, but nope, she's sharper than she looks. But I've still got some tricks on my sleeve. Maybe I can pull something else on her. I've got this insurance plan, and you're gonna get her to take it out for me, alright? Excuse me? Why should I? Don't even start with me. You took on this job, and you accepted my payment. That means you're obligated to do the work, little lady. Your feelings can't do the job for you. So don't you run out on our deal here, or you're gonna regret it, capiche? I told you, if it's the mirror you want, you can have it back. I don't care. That's not how this works. It's not about the money. It's about the deal. You can't just walk back to the deal now that you've taken it, see? You're in it now, whether you like it or not. Now be a good girl and stop. Let me stop you right there. Who are you? Tish, the hell do you want? Oh no, the hero's come to save the day. I'm just shaking in my boots. Here I ain't. I'm a spriggan. I don't give a rat's ass about that goody two-shoes shit. I'm here because my client told me to fetch that girl, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm asking you nicely to hand her over. Great, one of you pricks, just what I needed. Look, buddy, you're barking up the wrong tree. This girl's with us. She's not going anywhere. Now, if you don't get out of my face right this instant, we've got problems. You heard the boss. Scram. Oh man, what a friggin' dumbass. Guy really thinks he can just walk by himself and take on all of us. Who said he was alone? Ugh. Hey, I know that face. Elaine Auclair. Oh, of all the goddamn times. Nice work, Elaine. I've got the girl. How'd you... What the... Sayla, you shouldn't... Lua, over here. Sayla, is that you? Or you're not getting away, you little... Whoopsie there. Forget about me already, pal. Run, you two. We'll take care of these guys. Okay, thank you. Are you shitting me? You want some more? Looks like you guys don't know when to stay down. Put your hands up and surrender yourselves. You're only digging yourselves deeper. For the love of... Seriously, a bracer and a spriggan's ganging up on me. This ship blows. What are you doing? Did I say you could just lie there? Did I? Get your asses up and get them. Yeah, okay. You guys are gonna be real sorry.
Deploying shards!
You're in for it now. I'll beat your ass.
Let's have some fun.
Okay. Regulus Caliber. You need to equip more EP cutters.
Going all in.
All the good buffs. Okay.
You make me sick.
This is... specifically targets. I don't know if that's a good thing. I think Lost Mobius would be better to get them grouped up and ready. Okay. I'm just gonna go Ideal Force here.
Activating drive.
Come on. There.
Ow.
Don't stop now, Elaine! A chance!
How does she have such dodging better than me? I have actual evasion stuff equipped. What? I even have insight.
You can do this!
Activating drive!
We can win!
Going all in.
Okay. You want the fastest casting speed, do you? Whatever, I can probably just get them all anyways.
Unleashed.
What's
Engaging
the matter?
skill.
We guide me.
This will probably be enough even without proper buffs.
Knights up. Hysteria!
Boost gauge upgraded.
Son of a...
Jigs up, pal. You're the only one left standing. Ipai, mercy, mercy, please! Of course, I'm taking you to the guild. You have a lot to answer for. Your crimes here and your relationship with A. Do I make myself clear? Anything but that. Oh, so he was working for him all along. That does track, yeah. I'll let you handle the rest, son. Make sure the guy pays for what he's done, and pays good. Of course. You have a good night. Clement was promptly taken to the guild's custody and made to confess his crimes. After looping in Daphne to the day's event, Van escorted Lula and Sayla back to the Tyrell district.
That takes care of that.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Law and Gray. But I need more chaos. I'm gonna have to make some chaos choices soon. Thank you both so much for your help. Yeah, we can't thank you enough. I'll admit at first I was like, really? That's Elaine's guy? But the way you two moved in perfect sync, it was dazzling. Honestly, I'm kinda jealous. Huh? Read the room, Lua. Sorry, please ignore her. Come on, you, let's go.
Finish your job already?
Oh, hey there. Sorry for going off on my own, Fee.
It's no biggie. I'm just glad everything got taken care of. Besides, I've got no interest in being a third wheel.
We're not... You're gonna have to go easy on her. She's more touchy than she lets on. For example, if you start moving the conversation just a little toward her age. First off, not funny. And second, I'll have you know I am still in my early 20s. Of course, my apologies, ma'am.
Don't feel bad, Elaine. I can be a little sensitive about my age too sometimes. Anyway, I'll go report to the guild for you. Have some fun, you two, okay?
So she can be such a tease. Ain't she something, though? Not every day a Jaeger from a famous corpse like Zephyr joins a guild, let alone one trained by the Purple Lightning. Shows up and immediately helped out in Farbad, and she's got a lot of room to get even better, I reckon. Agreed, at this rate, she may even surpass my records. Though sometimes a dour expression crosses her face. She must miss her friends back in Erebonia dearly. Regardless, I must admit it's been a massive help to have her around. I think she's beginning to settle in here little by little. Once a student council president, always a student council president. You don't get to say that. I was still only vice president when you were around. Fish, Renee did things differently, so it was up to you to play the perfect prez. Remember the play we did on the last day of the festival where you... Oh, you do not get to bring that up again. That was all your fault. Hey, isn't that... It's gotta be. I wonder what they're talking about. Sucks to be famous, huh? It has its pros and cons. When I introduce myself, sometimes I can make use of my reputation. Much like how you call yourself a spriggan. True enough.
Knowing you, I imagine you've already eaten dinner. I had enough to hold me over. But I could go for a drink. Want to come with me?
Dingo! Why won't you just listen to me?
Why is this part suddenly voiced?
I need you with me at the Tyrell times.
Like I said, I'll leave the honest journalism to you. Sorry for the trouble, Bramati.
Oh, please. This is nothing. Don't you worry about a thing. Still, if you ask me, I think you're more than ready to leave the back alleys yourself. It's been 8 years, you know.
It's not a matter of how much time's passed. Besides, I feel like my current path suits me better at this point. You should be saying that to Van.
Oh my, is that him? Cheating on me with Shino? I can't say I'm not jealous, but she's been refining her craft a lot lately. Oh my, my!
Looks like our boy might finally be starting to move on.
I want to chase Scoops together.
Here are the gimlet and grasshopper that you ordered.
Thanks. They've both got just the right amount of foam.
Your shaking technique has really improved, Shino. I'm impressed.
Thank you for saying so, but I'm still not a patch on Bermati. Well, please enjoy your drinks.
Ah, this is lovely. Still, I see you like even your cocktails sweet.
Well, not all the time. Come to think of it, I've shot back a few with Renee, but I guess this is my first time doing it with you, huh?
We were too young, remember? Although I suppose that didn't stop you at the school festival after party.
I got no idea what you're talking about.
I swear, you two are why they say boys will be boys.
Considering someone has been avoiding me these past 4 years, we really haven't run into each other much. But come to think of it, we've ended up with a lot of shared acquaintances, Bermati, Shino, and I suppose even that actress qualifies now. Hey, don't look at me like that. She's just a client, that's all. It's just what happens when two folks work the same city. Especially when our jobs are like two sides of the same coin. I suppose you're right, though what does that make Renee, heads or tails? He's the edge of the coin, or the guy with the coin in the palm of his hands. So, a good point. I thought he'd made a very fitting career choice when he decided to join the Ministry of Home Affairs before graduation. I never expected he'd end up transferring to the CID when it was established and become a rival of sorts. That's just the kind of guy he is, like how he acts like a venerable older brother figure even though he's only a year older than us. Incidentally, he seemed surprised when he learned that I was joining the guild. Happily, he wasn't opposed either. He was like my only ally outside my circle of friends after a certain someone disappeared. Hey, you really haven't changed at all these last 7 years. Or last 15 for that matter. Well, we're talking about not changing. You do know it's your fault I ended up with such a sweet tooth, right? All you did was stuff a poor, impressionable van full of chocolate and macarons from your family biz all the time. Perhaps, but Renee got just as stuffed and avoided sugar addiction, so I can only think you were doomed to end up this way regardless. I really don't remember you having this much of a sweet tooth when you were younger, though. Are you sure something didn't happen after? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to rip at old scars. I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. So I don't have any regrets about ending up this way. Adds a bit of fun to life. My employees always look at me funny, but if they're gonna complain about me loving sweet stuff, they can give theirs to me, I say. Heh. I still have mixed feelings about your career choice. But I've been feeling a little better about it lately, seeing the sort of people you're attracting. I really didn't expect you to end up with a student of Professor Hamilton working under you, though. Attracting is definitely the right word. It's like I'm a magnet for hard cases these days. Well, I guess Rosette's technically different since she's on loan from Marduk. I'm honestly shocked at just how much you seem to trust her. Not that I have any doubts about how capable she is, given her employer. Oh, she's capable, alright, and I know I can trust her. Just wish I could say the same about her bosses. Marduk, so shady you can see the shadow for Selge. You ain't got anything on them, do you? They're as much of an enigma to us as the society is, I'm afraid. Still, you're the one who has a contract with them. Good job signing away your soul to the Selge-lung's shadow. Ugh. Well, Shino, bring me in Alexander, would ya? I would like a white lady, please. Certainly. Damn, I really wasn't expecting you to go and foot the bill. How's the guy supposed to look suave if you won't even let him pick up the check? I was the one who invited you here, and please, that idea so old-fashioned it's covered in moss. You're going away next weekend with your team, right? If you really want to buy someone something nice, treat them instead. Besides, I'm sure you're already aware, but being an A-rank racer pays very well. Geez, rub it in some more, why don't ya? You can treat next time. How does that sound? You're on. The towel will be way bigger next time anyway. Could always call it Renee too. Oh, wait, I got a better idea. Let's save that for when we go someplace really expensive. In his line of work, the guy's probably loaded by now. Oh, you. I'm going to take a cab home. You're taking the subway back, right? Yeah, no buses run this late at night. Night, Elaine. Elaine, here's to a good working relationship from here on out. That'll be entirely dependent on you. Good night, Van.
Van!
Huh? What's up?
Are you really going to go on that trip?
What? What's gotten into?
It's nothing. I hope you have a good time. Don't forget, you're a leader now. Don't get too carried away out there, okay?
What was that all about? Haven't seen her act like that since we were kids. It's been so long since we first met in Orasian, all those years ago. She was the daughter of the biggest family in the area. Renee was the son of a government man slaving away his life far from home, and I... Sounds like she stopped talking to her family after joining the guild, though. Maybe there's some kind of problem in her personal life she's not talking about. Not like it'll make up for what happened 7 years ago, but maybe I should talk to her about it sometime. Okay, time to leave.
Okay, I'm gonna head out now.
We'll be right here when you get back. Be careful now. Take good care of her for us. We're counting on you.
I know. She's in safe hands with us.
Thank you for looking after her. If she starts being selfish or making a fuss, don't be afraid to give her a talking to. We want you to have lots of fun, but we also need you to be a good girl, okay? And don't forget to brush your teeth and use the bathroom before you go to bed.
I won't.
Heh, she's always a good girl. She'll be fine. We'll be sure to keep a close eye on her at all times. I'll be there for her too. And I can help her pick out souvenirs or something.
So, what did you want to talk about?
Well, this conversation might take a while, so I think I'll go make us some coffee first.
It's about Maxim. Wee, vroom vroom, this car's the bestest. Isn't it? Little kids are so easy to please. And what's wrong with that? It's good to enjoy the little things in life. I'm glad the inn was understanding about her coming with us. Yeah, I was hoping we wouldn't have any issues since she's so young. And sure enough, we didn't. The best inn in Longlai knows how to do it right by its customers. It was considerate of you to propose that we look after her. Her guardians have much to discuss, after all. I imagine they got right into it as soon as we left. Maxim may end up having to talk with Victor, too. There's no shortage of things he's got to answer for. He's gonna be chopped up and put in the next soup. If he wants to be part of the family, he's got to rebuild those burned bridges brick by brick. If he screws up and gets himself burned, I'll point and laugh at my ass off. Family. Out like a lay array, huh? Well, it was an early morning for her. I'm not surprised she's tired. It's almost 9 AM. You said we would be arriving around 12:30 if I recall. Somewhere around there, yeah. Since we got Yume with us, I'm planning to make a couple of pit stops along the way. Oh, I wonder who is calling. Oh, I don't recognize this number either.
Hello. Sorry for calling you so early in the morning.
Well, this is a surprise. Nina, isn't she? She's an actress we handled a job for a while ago.
Oh, I didn't expect everyone to be with you. Wait, are you on the road?
Yeah, but we're on a major one, so we can get a decent enough signal. We're actually gonna be out of town for a few days. You didn't have another job for us, did you? Oh, not quite. I really don't want to impose on you either. Well, why don't you just tell us what's up? Can't guarantee we'll be able to help, but I'd still like to hear you out before saying for sure. Alright, thank you. It's about Judith, you see. We haven't been able to get in contact with her for a few days now. Really? Do you think that's because... It's gotta be because of that story getting around. That's what I was thinking, too. It's completely fabricated, so I wouldn't have expected her to get worked up about it. But the timing sets up a red flag. That's why I was hoping to ask you to look for her. This is Judith Lancer we're talking about, right? She's always struck me as the kind of person who'd let nothing get her down. Maybe the more someone appears to be that way, the more sensitive they are deep down? No, she's this super hard-headed lady who doesn't know when to quit. Fairy? Heh, yeah, her outfit sure doesn't know when to quit. What outfit? Oh, just ignore them. If she's still missing when we get back to the capital the day after tomorrow, we'll see what we can do. Until then, I'll give some of my contacts a call and check if they've heard anything. I would also be happy to look into what I can find in the orbital network. Oh, that sounds like more than enough. Thank you both. I don't think you should worry about her too much though, especially since we all know that article is made up. But if we learn anything, we'll be sure to let you know as soon as we can. Thank you, really. I appreciate you being so accommodating. Seriously though, that kinkster's tough as nails. I'm sure she's fine. You said you ran into her last weekend, didn't you, Van? Yeah, she was looking for proof that Maxim was involved in a crime. Seemed to get real down after I told her suspicions about him could be more off. Kinkster, and what kind of crime? I'm having trouble following this conversation. That's hardly surprising. It's not that important, but hopefully we'll get the chance to fill you in at some point. Anyway, I'm gonna hit up Dingo and Bermati for starters. I'm too full to eat anymore. Whoa, those are big rocks. That's called a mountain range. I've seen photos of this one, but it's even more impressive in person. There are two in this area, the Taishan Mountains in the north and the Ishgol Mountains in the south. Both serve as the dividing line between central NIS America and the east. Aren't they also known as the Solaris Mountains and the Kunlun Mountains? Yes, that's right. People from the east call them Solaris and Kunlun. But Tianshan and Ishgol are definitely the officially designated names of the behest of the church. Oh, I gotcha. She probably learned that about it in class. It's weird to think that my homeland is just on the other side. It's basically a hop, skip, and a jump away. You'd have to jump pretty damn high to get over that mountain, though. Your home might as well be in a completely different world. Huh? Oh no! Oh, it's that guy from the opening scene of the chapter. Whistle. Huh? That bike was super duper cool. Man, I'd kill for a ride like that. I thought I saw the ETWS label on it. Good eye, that man was riding one of the high-end models they released in the spring. You have to be quite large to ride one of those, and he was exactly that. Indeed, he had an impressive physique for a man of his age. Why a long face, man? What's wrong? Are you carsick or something? Nah, nothing like that. Just got a bit of trauma with guys who ride around on big bikes. Oh, and I ain't talking about Hermes. She's been a huge help. The issue is exclusive to dudes. The Direwolf really did a number on your psyche, huh? Something about that dude makes me want to deck him in the face. Maybe it's the shades. That isn't advisable, Mr. Wei. He has been labeled as an S-Class threat by the Murdu Company. What? You're acquainted with an S-Class threat? Your choice of clientele is atypical, to say the least. There's no way it could be him. What a joke. This ain't even my hometown, and yet here I am getting all nostalgic over this shit. Man looks to be lost in thought. Well, he is smiling, so maybe I shouldn't worry.
We're here!
So this is Longlai.
Wow, I've never seen anything like this.
It's got a whole different kind of eastern vibe compared to Longport. It's like an idyllic town nestled in the mountains. That white smoke is steam from the springs, I assume. It certainly has a distinctive smell to it. Yeah, that's the smell of sulfur. It's a big part of being near a spring. Our lodgings are down to the right across the river. Let's go drop our stuff off before we do anything else. There's so much stuff I haven't seen before here. It's so awesome. Everything smells so good too. There's grilled skewers and mochi, and what are those things with leaves wrapped around them? Damn, swordfish? Those are called zongzi. Actually, I'm starting to feel hungry myself. Same here. I know we had a bit to eat at that pit stop, but I could use a real meal. Lunch is going to be waiting for us at our lodgings, though, isn't it? Yes, I should have some of the local cuisine too. No need to rush, I guess. Oh, where are those? They're so hot, and they're super black too. I don't know what they are either. Maybe some kind of manto? They smell so sweet and fragrant, and Yume's right about that color. The luscious black really makes them stand out. I see I got your interest. These here are hot spring manto made using bamboo charcoal. They've got black sesame jam inside, and they're as tasty as they look, but they fill you up fast. You won't have any room for lunch if you have one now. How about I buy some for everyone later? They look so good. I guess we gotta wait if lunch is soon, but we have to come back here later. Well, you certainly know your stuff, young man. I'll be waiting. Longlai's known far and wide for its tea leaves too. How about trying some of our confections made from them? Our matcha ice cream has been a hot seller lately. Wait, matcha ice cream? That's a thing now. How do you make something so bitter taste like... Ugh, now I gotta try it. Can we? What happened to lunch? I've never seen someone lose all brain function when it comes to sweets the way he does. And with saunas and cars too, dude's just insufferable. If we have to wait, you have to wait. We'll already be coming back here after lunch for a motto, yes? Ooh, this place looks so fancy. Yeah, this is pretty top class. Indeed, it has a quite elegance and beauty to it. I can't imagine how expensive it is to normally stay here. We're staying for free, right? I almost feel guilty about that now. Welcome, you must be Mr. Arkride and his party. Yeah, that's right, 6 adults and a child. We have been expecting you. Welcome to the Hekizanro Inn. We'll be happy to carry your belongings to your rooms. You can have your lunch as soon as you wish after that. Really? Nice, thanks guys. Someone wasted no time making himself at home. Aha. Whoa, this room is so nice. Not so much as a spot of dust in sight, and the furnishings are extravagant as well. Can we share a bed, Agnes, please? Fairy and Rosette can sleep in our bed too. Heh, the beds do look wide enough, so I don't see a harm in that. Maybe we could have a special samurai party instead of a pajama party for the occasion too. I don't know what that is, but I'm down. Heh, I would be happy to join in. So I'm with you two. What do you expect? You're the kind of guy who can only sleep when he's by himself. No, that's not it. I should have seen this coming, honestly. Oh, did Will Quiet want to be with the girls? Always gotta watch out for the quiet ones, because there's a hungry wolf somewhere under there, huh? Don't call me Will Quiety ever again. I'm not a wolf. It's like, whatever. I'm fine with this arrangement. I'll try not to snore. Anyway, who's up for lunch? Oh man, I don't think my taste buds have ever been this happy. My mouth is bursting with flavor. It's called Mitao Menji. It's a local dish here in Longlai. The chicken is soaked in peach alcohol before being stir-fried and served in garlic and soy sauce. Whoever thought of this is a genius. The chicken's so tender and it's got that sweet peach quality to it you can't resist. The flavor is distinctive enough while still being subtle. I call it a perfect blend of sweetness, fragrance, and juiciness. The chef here must be a real pro. The zongzi is so good. Careful, it's also getting all over you. That was amazing. Yeah, my mouth is in heaven right now. And it sounds like whatever they have in store for dinner tonight is going to be even better. It's going to be a traditional Eastern kaiseki meal served in courses. Kaiseki? What's that? It's kind of one of those pretentious meals that are all about presentation, though in this case I'm sure Eastern cuisine is as good as it looks. It's more of a Far Eastern thing than what I'm used to. Something I've noticed, by the way, but how do you know so much about everything here, Van? I was wondering that the same thing, actually. This isn't the first time you've showed us around somewhere. But it feels like you know this place far too well to have just come here for work. I was hoping you wouldn't pick up on that. I lived here a few years back. Really? When was that? When I was 19 for about half a year. It was more for training than for fun, though. That explains it then. I suppose that must have been a while after he separated from Elaine and Mr. Kincaid. So back when you were my age, huh? Hard to believe your memory's still sharp enough to remember what happened over a decade ago. It was only 5 years ago, damn it. But yeah, I should be able to play tour guide for you guys just fine. Anyway, like I said earlier, we're gonna split up for 2 hours. Go ahead and sightsee. Go for a stroll, grab something else to eat. The guidebook we got from the inn should help you around. Try and avoid going around alone, though. Especially you, Yume. You've always gotta be with someone. Aye aye, sir. If there's anything you would like to see, I would be happy to accompany you. There's so much I want to check out. I don't know where to start. What did you have in mind, Agnes? I know I want to see the temple, but I'm not sure where not to go there first. Drink, play, and buy is my game plan. There's gotta be a spot for mahjong here, right? Even if there is, it's not going to be in any tour guide. I guess I should help them around some before they get themselves in trouble. Wait, only 2? Really? Do I have to pick Yume? What? I can swap them out later using the computer in the room. Aaron... Kind of feel bad for Risette for what happened to her. I'll bring her too. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Trails through Daybreak. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit that bell icon.